Dear, that was scary. But hopefully you can all hear me. Greetings, Andy. Welcome, everybody. Welcome for part 1 of Stephen King's It. A bit wet outside, so I've got my galoshes on and my cagoule. But we're watching Stephen King's It, even though I don't think he had anything to do with it. But one of the many TV shows he had in the 90s. Now, that does suffer from the two-part itis that the remake suffered from. Right. Let's play this. You can see a classic, indeed. Now, who watched this? I don't think it was on telly in the UK. I remember renting it. Professor's here. Good evening, Professor. Stephen King's It. There we go. Straight away, it's off. So voice apparently it took 4 years to write, over 1,000 pages and worth £4. Not bad stat for a book. It's a hell of a book that I have not read. Right, we're off. So, now, there you go. I think the only person I know is Annette O'Toole and Richard Masur, the guy from the Waltons, and that's about it. Ian watched it when on TV when it came out on TV. What channel was it on? Now, I'm thinking it was on BBC Two, but I might be going crazy. It was shown on the UK on telly. I couldn't find any information, so if you got any, let me know. It's the wife's coat. Just a coincidence that it's the right colour. My son also had one a few years ago, but I didn't take any pictures of him because I don't want to. It's a special appearance by Tim Curry as Pennywise, because I know he's only in it for 20 minutes. And we're only doing the first half, so that we got 1 hour and 34 minutes. But no. Uh-oh. Just asking for trouble, exactly. That's why I didn't take any pictures of my son. Like doing streams in the wild, all them wild animals. Exactly. Not a good idea. Right, there we go. So it went from I Was a Teenage Werewolf to... So this is when... What is this? 1990. So when cinemas were closing down back then. I'm going to have to take this coat off. I think it's a bit restrictive. It makes a lot of noise. I watched it earlier to refresh me. Good. Who knows? It was God only knows how it was a 15. It touches on or flat out shows you some mad stuff. It very much does. Because where is Salem's Lot gone? Typical. Only time I want something, it's not to hand anymore. Because I think Salem's Lot. Is it a PG or am I going crazy? There it is up there. There's a sticker. Let me just take this off. So, the Incy Bincy Spider. So it's close to the book, this, but not exactly. As a neither version has attempted the kids' action. Oh, it's a 15 on that. But what is it? Salem's Lot is next week. I watched the 2004 remake, which wasn't bad from that part. It did sink a lot after the first half. But here you go, little girl with a dolly. So yeah, so there's a storm coming, but the sheets are out. Michael Myers might be behind them. Isn't it curious that both of the versions of the story with the kids is they're better apart? It is. I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's the story's fault or if it's the actor's fault. So this kid's killed by slow motion. It's Pennywise the Clown. So yeah, one of the ideas was this was from an evil Ronald McDonald. Laura Ann, are you there, child? But yeah, the old... So what does Pennywise do? Because he scares kids, eats kids, but then, spoilers at the end, he hangs him in a spider's web. So, and then they keep saying about how the police do nothing, because I think this is the only time you see the police, isn't it? Because there's been 6 child murders already, but he only decides to take action when he finds the Georgie picture. Loft slave brings Salem's Lot, exactly. Salem's Lot is stupidly in the loft because it's in the Stephen King section, but the DVDs are down here, so luckily I have 2 copies just in case. I think I'm one of the few people that prefers this version of the movie to new one. A lot of people did go when the first chapter came out, all loved the new version, but then as soon as the second chapter came out, was it the second chapter is longer than this version, complete, they lost interest and decided this actually was the better version. Oh, I was gonna dust up my temples like Mike here, which is they used talcum powder and a toothbrush to make him look older. But here we go. Here's Georgie. Quite fancy a curry. No, I do. Did someone say Myers? No, we didn't. We said Mayers. But welcome, Michael Myers. There you go. It aired Thursday, the 11th of August, 1994 at 10 p.m. and Friday, the 12th, 9:30 p.m. on BBC One. Trying to check if it aired back in 1990. I thought it did. I was just looking at this now because the release dates. So we get a lot of build. Where was it? 5 minutes in, he's already phoning people. Now he's got a stack of phone books on the side, so that's how he finds them. So apparently it was released in Brazil and United States on November 18th, 1990. But like Ian says, officially it was a DVD premiere in 2006 for the United Kingdom. But I definitely rented this. And then I've got a retail version here. Scary Dairy. Or Scary Derry. But other countries, it says Italy, Germany, Netherlands, France got it in 93. And Argentina got a video premiere in 91. So I don't know if it was released in the cinema in Europe. I guess Pennywise likes veal. Too soon, Professor, too soon. There's Olivia Hussey from, was it Romeo and Juliet and Black Christmas? And then the Waltons guy with a very bad ponytail, but it was the early 90s. McDonald should have got into the action instead of supporting Mac and me. Yes. There's an idea. Pennywise at McDonald's. From the director of Halloween 3, no less. Thank you. Savoy, yes, he did Halloween 3 and Fright Night Part 2. And I've been close to getting him, but he does do podcasts and such, so maybe after Halloween in October, there's a good chance. So yeah, this is Mike Flanagan from Derry, because everyone who left got successful, but I didn't remember anything about their time there. Hate the shitty remake, never want to see it again. Yeah. The chapter 2 was a very big letdown to the first bit. But here we go. This one's going at a fair old pace to catch up. So yeah, a lot of people, then it has flashbacks, phone someone, flashback, phone someone, flashback. And then that's the halfway point. Hello, everyone. Been a long time since I watched this. Hello, friends. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, it's not a regular watch for me. I haven't seen it for a few years. But then everyone acts really strange. BBC has a searchable database. Can't remember what it was called. You can search for the dates of everything they've ever shown. Bloody hell. I did not know that. Olivia Hussey. Booyah. Indeed. I don't know. Is she in the It's Me Billy sequel? She was hinted at. That's just been released, hasn't it? Olivia Hussey makes me feel funny. She is very pretty. Good night, John Boy. Good night, Michael Myers. Pennywise would starve with kids. They have so short attention span. He couldn't keep them scared. And the biggest fear with the internet be going out. And how would he pull that off? Exactly. Because I don't know. He says fear makes them taste better, but at the same time, he's trying to scare them. Like Georgie, he could just reach out and grab him anyway, but then he does play with him. And then, of course, it's a bit more graphic in the remake. Have you seen the... I forgot to watch it. Thank you, Cohen. And you found out about it this afternoon. And then I realised I didn't have time to watch it or get it. But never mind. Maybe... No, I haven't got time tomorrow either. Pennywise should have just snipped off John Boyne's ponytail. Yeah, it's the most distracting thing in this film. Now, I guess if you've never seen the film or read the book, this scene with the going down, he's scared to go downstairs. You might think he's going to get attacked there because you know he's being set up for it. Hey, Echo's here. Echo. Hopefully, everyone in America's safe and dry. Let me get rid of this coat. It's upsetting me. Oof. Focus. There we go. It's an amazing documentary about this version on Prime. It explains that the script wasn't finished for part 2, so the director had to basically rewrite it. Hence part 2. Hence part 1 is better. Thank you, Ian. It saves me 2 hours. And then Georgie's going out. And then there's Jonathan Brandis of, Sequest fame and Sidekicks. Hey, Sally, I've always preferred this version to the latest one. This version seems to be more cozy feeling, to an excuse to even prune out even though it's about a demonic creature that kills kids. Yes, it is. I don't know. But yeah, what kid would be playing with a paper boat these days? But hours of fun if you've got a road that's flooded and on a hill. Keep starting their routes. That would be super annoying. Yeah. Oh, we're online. Oh no, it's gone off. I was halfway through a TikTok. When will this nightmare end? But yeah. Here's Pennywise. I'm a bit behind on my digital copy. Did you ever find Lara Lang? Lana Lang, isn't it? Not Lara. Yes, Lana Lang. Is it Annette O'Toole? She's... What is it? Out of Lois Lane and what's her name? That was the newspaper woman in part 4. I think Annette O'Toole's probably the nicest one. Most attractive, if we're judging women on their attractiveness still. We'll try to find a link for that BBC thing. It's interesting back. Yes, it would be nice. Useful. Thank you. Because there's no details on IMDb. So yes, this is how apparently the McDonald's advert goes. I did see it earlier where it seems to be a Ronald McDonald with a paper cup on his nose and a cardboard box on his head. And he's talking to this kid and saying, "But I'm Ronald McDonald, and now you know my name. We can be friends." Talking attention span, I went to the statue unveiling today, and all the older people were complaining after 5 minutes it wasn't done instantly. Did they do an X Factor? And the winner is... Peter Fosselthwaite from Scunthorpe. Yes, one of his caused a boost in Slickers. That's it, Slickers. I forgot. It's a good word for the coats. But then, second child down of the film, and we're only 12 minutes in. But yeah, he's got to... Because why does he pick the clown? Because I know in the book it's every 27 years, but in the film they made it every 30 years because they're going from 1990 and back. But then he comes out to feed every 30 years and then buggers off. It is an iconic sequence. Everyone remembers this bit with Georgie getting killed. And yet you think it's more graphic than it is. And then we got the photo album. And the adults can't see blood. Sometimes I thought it was a little weird since they didn't show Georgie's arm ripped off, but it was made for television. Yes, that is the thing. I think they went for... Oh, Georgie's winking at him. Boom, chuck it away. But yeah, they were... So far they could go. They could do bad things. They just couldn't show bad things. That's why. What's that other? Night of the Scarecrows? Is that the other one? And then plenty of 70s movies. Salem's Lot for a star. Still quite creepy, that one, the original. Quiz Hot Shots. Could the Monster Squad or the Goonies be able to defeat Pennywise? I think half the Monster Squad would survive. I think none of the Goonies would. They'd fall for his. All of them were pretty scared most of the time. Judging women for their attractiveness. Not very progressive there, Sir Gareth. No, not at all. Call the PC police post haste. Please don't, Professor. I wasn't judging them. It was the chat. I was telling them not to judge women. Whoa. Look at these pictures you can get on the internet. I hate when people mock people in horror, but who talks to people in sewers? It's not all great acting in this. But I think... No, it does. Oh, yes. I was going to say, does Brandis have a mole on him? But yeah, he does. Look at this hussy. Hey, Dark Greasy Reviews. You came up on my recommended just now. Fellow Funhand, subbed. Oh, well, welcome, sir. Welcome. We're not just a horror in October, but we try to spread the love for all genres in this channel. But welcome. Funny if Dolph's longest Punisher poaches up to the drain. Well, yes, there's... What else lives in the drains that could fight Pennywise? Turtles? I don't know what martial arts Pennywise can do. Now, I don't know if this was real or if anyone else heard this, but as Larry says, he hates clowns. Now, I read somewhere that so does Tim Curry, which, first of all, he didn't want to do the job because he just done Legend and he was caked in makeup and hated it. And then he heard about this and he was going to be caked in makeup and be a clown, which he does have the whatever clownitis is. He's scared of. And then they couldn't have reflective surfaces or something when he was doing his makeup or around the place when he was having his makeup done. But I'm not 100% sure. Originally, this was going to be a 10-hour miniseries, but it was changed to the budget. That I'm glad. It does not need to be 10 hours. Some of it, because where are we? We're 60 minutes in. We're still in New York City. Now, well, I'll get it to in a minute because there's John Ritter. Everyone knows a superstar architect, don't they? Amazing how many people from this past or had something bad to happen to them. Yes. Thank you, Savoy, for cheering up the chat. But that is true. Because was it John Ritter and Jonathan Brandis died in the same year? And the blood balloon scene is pretty gory for TV. Yeah, that is true. There's a lot of blood in this for it. I don't know if it was allowed because it wasn't coming out of a person. And it was just there. Yes. Oh, he's seen it now. The only child actors... the child actors in this version were always better and more remembered than the new ones. That is true. I'm struggling to think who the new ones were. My local cinema is showing Salem's Lot 2024, Terrifier 3, and Evil Dead 2 tonight. I've seen Salem's Lot 2024, and it's all right. It's just like everyone says, it's rushed. It's trying to fit 3 hours, over 3 hours of story into 2 hours. So it's going to be, what's going on in the town? It's vampires. All right, let's kill the vampires, and then it's over. And I'm not that bothered about Terrifier 3 at the moment. I'll probably watch it eventually, but because it took me until last year to watch the first two. If Pennywise would shapeshift into hot, sexy, big booby goth chick, well, that's the end of Kid Macabro. Yes. If he turns into Alicia Dietz. Whatever her name is. But yes, there were so much easier ways, and I guess the 50s clowns were or you think it'd be a cowboy in the 50s to attract the young lads. Wow, a cowboy. Oh, I'm right. You missed Gareth shows. Yes, I got my raincoat, but it was too hot and small. Yes, the new Nosferatu looks really good from the preview anyway. I am curious, but I don't think... I don't like Eggers films much, but we shall see. Might come around. So yeah, apparently this is fat. Obviously, he hasn't been. It's barely husky. He's always making these fat references, and I think that kid's not fat by today's standards. He doesn't have a little buggy. I'm glad it wasn't 10 hours. 3 hours is my absolute limit, indeed. Damn, where did I put Salem's Lot? Stupid lighting. It's so dark, I can't find anything. I think that's about 3 hours, isn't it? I don't think it's much more. Where's that boy? There it is. But then I guess this is the movie version, isn't it? Uh, 184 minutes, but that's 3 hours, 4 minutes. There you go. So just enough to be interesting. I generally think John Ritter in this looks cool. Yes. He's got the beard going on. He's got the Ellis beard from Die Hard. Yeah, John Ritter's always good. I think, was it Problem Child he did? Was it the same year? 90? My dad loves John Ritter. Come and knock on our door. Because I never really watched Three's Company. I remember it being on TV, but I never got into it. I was more Married with Children and Sledgehammer by then. Nightmare on Elm Street and Ghostbusters are both having their 40th. Fucking 40. Not just at mine, which is annoying. Yeah. With many cinemas closing now. But there we go. Look at this. I don't know why I guess the greasers are held back in this. They're also a thing in what sometimes they come back. I don't know if Stephen King had a thing about greasers being nasty to him. Do you think this film is cursed? Many of the cast are dead or suffered life-changing medical conditions. I think most. I don't think it's. I got I don't want to jinx it, but no. I'm still alive, aren't I? Yeah, don't want to jinx that. Don't think so. What a porker. Oh, there's the. Because they are supposed to be 12 or 13 in this, aren't they? I'm still never sure if Tex Ritter is any relation. That's the trouble. It's not always able to find out. Willing to bet it will get a sequel called Nosferatu. Oh, shit. You started. It's a record. 24 minutes. Right. What do we need for that?
I hate you. I hate you. I don't even know you, and I hate your guts. I hope all the bad things in life happen to you and nobody else but you.
Yes, Michael Myers is cursed. Bigger, badder, vampire. Nosferatu 2, is it Nossing harder? But I think, there's a Christine, or there's a red car with a fins and a white roof. Whether that was on purpose or not. Are you going to get Terrifier 3 early in the UK, or are you going to have to repeat a Pearl, and it's going to take a while in Mexico? We aren't going to get it till October 31st. No, people have seen it here, so I'm guessing it's out. It was out on the weekend, maybe. All films should be no longer than 90 minutes. Well, yes, that's why we're only doing 90 minutes tonight, 90 minutes tomorrow night. Otherwise, I'd probably fall asleep before this finished. They should have had the funny man instead of Pennywise. Isn't this blaming this film for? Or they blame the remake for all the clown sightings in England at the time, where just random clowns wandering around streets in the dark. Now, I think in the book he does cut a H into his tummy here. But yeah, this massively obese child. Ritter is great in Bad Santa, yeah, when he has to describe things. The VHS for this had some cool trailers. Not my VHS. There are no trailers on this. Which is, I was expecting some Stephen King stuff or some horror stuff, but no such luck. And what about it? I got advertise my There we go. Turn it on. LED lamp of Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. So normally, if I had room, I'd be hanging up there. But if you want to get your own, the link's there. Ah, yes, I do have Stay Tuned. I think I saw Stay Tuned in the cinema. But I got a sample VHS rental. Look at these kids playing with water and sitting out building dams. What if there was a sequel about Pennywise on a diet? And yeah, the punks trash. They get soaking wet shoes by trashing their little. Oh, he used the S word, called him a sissy. Now, what do you make of? Well, we'll get to it tomorrow night. But when the credits roll, there's a Pennywise laugh, sort of hinting that he was not dead. I would feel sleazy if I crafted my facial hair into an Ellis. Well, what is he? He's got the Ellis, the same actor. Was it Boscher? Because he's clean shaven in Supergirl, but in what is it? Mr. Destiny with Michael Caine and Jim Belushi. He's a creepy company executive in that with the Ellis. Hey, Nicholas, welcome. Stephen King said a lot of this is based around his own childhood. Yeah, I can believe that pretty much everything is. But has anyone actually read the book? Because I used to have the hardback, but I don't think I made it too far in because it was a slog. Same with The Stand. I never got through that. I did read a few. Did read the shorter ones like Gerald's Game. I did try the Tommyknockers. I didn't read Cycle the Werewolf, but that was more of a picture book. Nosferatu 2 Bloodsucking Boogaloo. Sold. Professor, start that website now. Apparently characters from other King novels are in the novel too. I have heard that because he does connect stuff, but whether that was the cocaine doing it or not. Beat me to it, Professor. Nosferatu in a few years. Oh, they probably would. I don't know if. Send in the clowns, those daffy, laughy clowns. Doleful schmaltz by the bowlful. Send in the clowns. Have Greasers ever been good people in any film? I don't think so, because we got Mutt in Crystal Skull. You got John Travolta and his gang. Was it T-Birds? I think there's a sequel to Sometimes They Come Back Again. I think the N-word isn't laid down, presuming they weren't keen on having it in the remake. Yeah, can't have people being racist. Gives people's ideas to be racist. So yeah, there's one N-word in this by Henry Bowers the Younger, and he kept apologizing to the other actor when he had to say it before and after, but they became friends and stayed in touch after the film. Ellis is in other films, yes. I think he's a director or producer now, but like I said, he was in Supergirl, he's in Mr. Destiny, and there's a couple of others in the 90s he did. The most far-fetched thing is that this guy, no female me and my friends never spoke to one at school. Exactly, yes. Female friends. So yeah, even in the 80s. Yes, it was all segregated in my school. There's really lame beating of this kid on the bed. I hate you. You're only here because Mum says it's our Christian duty. Poor bastard. But yes, never hung around with the kids, the other girls. The Stand is like 6 hours. It's been sat unloved and unwatched on my shelf since I bought it. The Stand is a good one. If you watch the remake of that, that's terrible because the remake like starts halfway through the story as they want to do these days. And then if you haven't read the book or seen the original TV series, you won't have a fucking clue what's going on for the whole time because it jumps through time all the way through it. You just can't follow it. But what's it? Gary Sinise's in it in the original. Joe Bob Biggs is in it as whatever his real name is. He's an actor. I read the book, but it's amazingly it's very long. The book has a very saucy scene that they couldn't include in the screen adaptations because it's problematic. Exactly, it's problematic in 1990. So, kids' orgy, as it's of 12-year-olds. Good luck filming that one. Ah, yes, there you go. Seth Green, who played young Richie, is the voice of Chris Griffin in Family Guy. He's was he a werewolf? He's scared of werewolves in this, and he's a werewolf in Buffy. Spoilers for Buffy. Now, so look, here we go. So he's Pennywise is scaring them. So he appears as his dead dad, but then who's standing on water in this lake, and then suddenly he's got balloons and pom poms, and then next minute he's back as Pennywise, and the next minute he's a skeleton crawling out of the pond. So I'm guessing he does want to scare the kids, but then again, surely him just running at them trying to kill them would scare them just as much. Stephen King would be nothing without Scott Bakula, not Quantum Leap, and inspired him. That is very true. I do like the Halloween episode of Quantum Leap, where it's all Stephen King based stuff. Something better than the Buddy Holly episode. King sometimes come back as evil greasers. There you go. Oh yeah, we're still on Ben here, so we're, what are we, 30 minutes in, and we've had 2 flashbacks. In the toy section of my local supermarket, there is a Fast and Furious toys. Kids are buying that stuff. I've only seen Hot Wheels and car models. I've not seen... I know there was an animated Fast and Furious spin-off with kids or something, but... Yeah, every time I watch this, I forget Seth Green's in it, because I don't think he's appeared yet, has he? Good morning, Campbell. Of course, it's Saturday morning in New Zealand. Hope you are well. Hulk Hogan. Hang on. Have you seen the Hulk Hogan movie, Mr. Nanny? I have not seen many Hulk Hogan movies. I've seen Thunder in Paradise, Rocky 3, which is probably about his best work. Was it not? No Holds Barred, but I thought that was No Holes Barred, and I got the wrong film. What's the other one? Mr. Nanny, Suburban Commando. I've never seen that either. Cocaine's a hell of a drug. But yes, the scene in the book is pretty beyond problematic. It's hard to describe it. I've never read that bit, but it's always funny when they say they cut out. Because I can't remember why it was necessary. Because the kids killed Pennywise back in the 50s. Then they get lost coming out of the sewers, so they think, let's get it on. If we all have a go on whatever her name is, we'll lose our childhood and then know the way out. So it makes no bloody sense at all. Of course, she was Nick Nolte's girl in 48 Hours. Was it where the coldest winter I ever spent was the summer I spent in San Francisco? Oh dear. Campbell's worrying about me a lot. Yes, because she goes from abusive dad to abusive boyfriend in this. But then the film does have a happy ending for the survivors. So where was this filmed? It was the Abandoned Sewers was in Canada. Vancouver, like most fucking films. Canada, British Columbia. This wasn't filmed in Maine at all. Film made between May 23rd, 1990 and July 27th. Bloody hell. 2 months, that's not bad going. for a 3-hour film. The Skyline of New York was filmed in New York. Storm Drains, Canada. Oh, some in Illinois, Canada, but most, yeah, pretty much 99% in Canada. Okay, I researched the BBC's Archive of Radio Times listens, and I can confirm. Shit. ... I had a dream last night that my local cinema was going to show The Perfect Weapon, which says a lot about my brain. Good old Jeff Speakman. Because it's, what is it? It's Speed's 30th anniversary today, or this weekend. And then, of course, Jeff Speakman was up to play, was it Jack Traven in that? And then it changed studios, and he lost out. First broadcast. Right, there we go. It was 94. Bloody hell, on BBC One. I guess I must have rented it before then. I think this is VHS, probably. It's got this stupid red light on. Program content, 1990. Oh, here we go. Package design is 1992. So, yeah. And that's on the retail. So, yeah, it must have come out 91 on rental. Oh, sorry. Tim Curry graduates from Rocky Horror to pure terror as the evil force that takes on human shape of children's clown in this 2-part adaptation of Stephen King's 1986 bestseller. The concluding part can be seen tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. So yeah, this is where she gets the throwing skills back that she has later on. Clocks in right in the forehead with a tub of Olay or Vaseline or something. This is very realistic. All the survivors will be in loony bins along with their bully. Yes, there's no way, if that as a child I'd done all this, I'd be going on to successful businesses. The scene where she gets slapped is pretty brutal. Yeah, that slap is... You don't think they're going to go there on this fucking show. But yeah, she's leaving. There's a good horror movie called Hall from 21. It's about a haunted hotel hallway. Makes sense. So it's good, is it? What did I watch? Haunted Ween, which is about a kid that murders a girl in one of those American haunted houses, the fake haunted houses with the jump scares. Then disappears with his mother to avoid being punished. And then his mother dies, and then he comes back and sets up a fraternity to set up a haunted house and then put on a show. But then his show is killing them for real while people watch, which is a very good idea, but the whole thing was made very poorly. The BBC show thing is called the BBC Genome. You can search for pretty much any film or program they've shown at the top. Nice. As long as it's a girl's perfect weapon. Oh dear. I need to watch that, Michael. Please don't. January Embers. My heart burns there too. Oh, what is that? No, she's having not much luck in this film at all. But I think the actress here, I think they said she went on to be in Ginger Snaps. But I think she used... I think her mum had a dad like this, and she... Oh, there's the slap. Not even 12 years old. I'm already seeing some boy. Oh, there you go. In USA, they had it first broadcast in November 1990, 4 years earlier. Because even films got put on TV 3 years. I think that's all Batman. Oh, what's he doing? Because the fat kid is hiding across the street in a bush. I guess he was waiting to see if she responded. Have you seen the Ginger Snaps films? And Sally beat me to it. Thank you, Sally. But yes, I have seen the Ginger Snaps trilogy. What is it? First film, prequel, sequel, then prequel. But 100 years prequel. But the second film's good, but I don't remember much about the third film. It does have a scene where Seagal has an identical twin, which is nice. Oh, I need to watch that now. When the DVD and Blu-ray came out over here, they cut the end credits of part 1 and the opening credits of part 2, but it's always available on the VHS and Laserdisc. Now, I've got Storm of the Century on 2 separate X rentals. I think I've got Tommyknockers on 2 retail VHS, but this one, I guess, is a long play. Or It's 180 minutes exactly, so they were. Maybe that's why there's no trailers. So yeah, she's flirting with all the lads. Look at her. Sounds like he's Michael. Yeah, two cigars. I have not watched Speak No Evil. Oh, it's quite good. I have heard good things. Now, is that a remake or is it Julie Darling? All right, I can't keep up. If you sing a boy that writes poetry, I wouldn't be that worried. Yes, he's not gonna. If he's too busy. Oh, here we go. So Seth Green's just turned up, and don't call me Eddie Spaghetti. Now I know why Fraser's dad calls his dog Eddie Spaghetti, but I don't know if it's the same reason as. So yeah, Richie Tozier is a lot funnier as a kid than an adult. What did the hand say to the face, my child? I don't know, Daddy. What? Slap. Mr. Professor. Yes, I'm very jealous of Professor's halls of horror stuff. Because this stuff behind me is like 5 years old. Because we get nothing in the UK. Oh, sorry, Michael. My dad looks really familiar, don't know. Oh, sorry, Dad. So, this bourbon's going down smooth. But yes, he does. But someone else can look it up. I watched the Ginger Snaps in the cinema once, and like 4 a.m. because it was part of an all-night Halloween marathon. Did you stay awake for that one? It's all right. And well, I missed it. So yeah, that song will come out later. How many other? There's 6 of them, and then 7th, and the new kid joins. But yeah, 40 minutes in, only nearly halfway through tonight. Better crack on. I have the original UK VHS, and it's had the credits on both episodes. Like the TV broadcast. I don't think I've ever seen this VHS. So we'll see what we get, if it's going to cut us off at the right time. I think Stormada sent you 2 vids, one green and one kind of purpley. Yes, it was. Now, that's another film or TV miniseries that's really good until the ending, like this film. People hate the ending of this. Doesn't bother me too much, but it's how do you end this film? But just, yeah. Storm of the Century just has all this big build-up and then fizzles out. Speak No Evil is a remake. There you go, of the 2022 Danish film Speak No Evil. Which one's better? Because that's the trouble. Whenever I did that with the Vanishing. I watched the foreign version first, and then watched this American remake, which is very watered down. But then, and then what's that Ewan McGregor one, where he's a security guard on a mortician's place. You end up, and what did I watch? It was a 40s film originally, and then was it Guana Del Toro remade it about a circus place. And of course, watching the original was always the better one, because it's like people who are watching the new Salem Slot film haven't seen either version, probably enjoying it. So here's the first blood. So she says she saw a spider down the drain. Of course, it's Pennywise, who is a giant spider at the end. The VHS was cool because it clearly says part 1 and part 2 on the tapes, but the old snapper case DVD is one of the flipper discs, yes. And it's not clear which I know, yes. So was it Cinemassacre? I watched his review of it earlier, and he said, yeah, there's the snapper case which came out 3 times on DVD. Oh, sorry, the flipper disc came out 3 times. But like you say, it doesn't say on either side which one you're doing. You just have to guess. And then if you put the wrong side in and you've never seen the film, it just still carries on the story because you don't know you're supposed to be watching the first one. Keep expecting the Sutherland to show up. Yeah, it was the Stand By Me count as are those greasers? I don't have a Michael Myers mask now. I got a Scream and I got a Jason Voorhees, but no because I'm going to be Ghostface for Halloween this year. But I've only got the fucking mask. It said mask and cowl, and I misread that as a cloak. So I don't have the big cloak. So I might have to skip that or wear a bin bag. So here's Eddie now, and he's still a hypochondriac, even though he's told when he's 12 that it's not necessary. So yeah, now he's still with his mum in this. In the book, he's with a woman that looks just like his mum. And then I think Beverly's, or the fat kid's wife is supposed to be a spiss of Beverly, but of course they couldn't do that. The actor who plays grown-up Stanley never actually has any scenes with the other cast members. Yes, he's only in 3 scenes, Richard Mauser, although his head does, but you don't really see him with the cast members when he's just a head in a fridge. But yeah, he has 2 scenes, answering the phone and having a bath, which is where we'll be stopping the film tonight. No film is good enough to keep you awake at 4 a.m. Exactly. Those days are long gone. But I was too busy banging sluts instead of watching films at 4 a.m. because I'm that cool. I still have the DVD of the movie Dead President, which is a flipper. It's not even long enough film. Yes. That was the problem with DVDs, wasn't it? The original vanilla discs were all mostly flippers, even though technically they didn't need it. My friend went to college with we would watch 24 hours of movies in a row at my local cinema open, and they gave him a year's free pass. Shit. Maximum I watched is 5 in one day in the cinema, and that was like lunchtime to evening. I can never remember which ones they are. I remember it was The Player. I think it was a Player, Alien 2, Batman Returns. Batman Returns was the second time because I mistimed it. I had to leave when Batman takes his mask off to go and watch The Player. But I can't remember what the other 2 films were. But then there was I saw midnight showing of, yes, that was at 4 a.m. Well, that was a midnight showing of Evil Dead 1 and 2 before Army of Darkness came out. So that's only would have left at 3:30 maybe to go home. But it was still like an hour 10-minute drive. We did go for a Star Trek marathon when Generations came out. They've showed, maths, 6 films. Maybe it was when it was when Generations came out. So there was 6 films to show, and then we only made it through 3. I had to leave, but then I technically have seen all Star Trek films in the cinema because I saw 4 originally. I remember that flipper DVD, Michael. It was one of the earliest UK DVD releases, exactly. I think it was Clark. No, yes, Clark. I keep forgetting it's Clark from The Thing. Or is he The Thing? I did see Flatliners, and I have it here. I got Frighteners. Typical. Where's the boy? Oops. You didn't see that, did you? But yes, Flatliners. Now I got the sneezes. Well, that's the truth of any Stephen King book. And by consequence, the adaptations. Amazing setup, great build-up, and then the drugs wear out and nice dose at the end. Yes, he sobers up by the morning and finishes it. Yeah, 3 years of movies, although, yeah, that would be good. Although you would watch some crap by then. These days, anyway. Talking to Eddie Spaghetti, I still can't get over how you can get cheap tins of spaghetti for like 19p. Yes, exactly. What the hell is it made of if the tin alone is that cost? I have some flipper DVDs back in the day. Yes, they were full screen, weren't they? 4x3s. Once I don't. Just turned out to be 4.3 version. Yeah, exactly. Pan and scan if you want a fun time. If you ever watch it, it's forgets the flipper and then suddenly stops halfway through. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah. Fucking thing's playing up. I'll sort that out later. I don't blame you. Getting off the sofa now to flip a movie involves making involuntary groaning noises. There you go. I'm up. I'm not getting back down again. As much as I love movies, I don't think I could survive 5 back to back. Yeah, I was young at the time. Healthy 18-year-old or something. Hey, there you go. Yes, I am watching part 2 tomorrow, Marty. Are you free at 9 p.m.? See, Andy knows. He knows what a hunky stud I was at 18. Titanic. Titanic was a flipper, wasn't it? Yes. Because the Americans always had 2 VHS, but we only had. I've have a US VHS of Titanic with 2 tapes, but yeah, the UK VHS was 1 tape. That's how cool we are. The head in the fridge scene is generally brilliant acting. Yeah, he certainly puts them in their place. The last time I went to a midnight screen was the Avengers Infinity War. Went to the first UK screening in Leicester Square, got home 4 a.m. and I had to go to work the next day, for fuck's sake. I felt like death. I bet. Yeah, I could never do a midnight showing now without having to recover with a lie-in, which is going to be tricky with a 10-year-old, and I have to have an afternoon nap and then an early night the next night. Oh, yeah, this is problematic. That was a 12-year-old boy nude from above then. I'm guessing he probably was wearing shorts. Reminds me of that V2000 videos in the early 80s where you had to flip the tape halfway through. Can't imagine why they didn't catch on. But they had good picture quality, I'm sure. I do like this. Hoses come out, the showers come out to attack him. But it doesn't say if they're hot or not. He seems to be. They're just in the way. Would if Flipper with Paul Hogan was ever releases a Flipper. Missed opportunity there. And then we get some stop motion here. Lightning Jack and Almost an Angel of his favorites. Trying to think, what else? You've done the 3 Crocodile Dundees. Did the Flipper. Trying to think what else you did after that. Talking of ratios, just looking over how many houses I went to with their TV had a stretch picture. Yes. Some people didn't know how to use the settings. There's Penny. Bring your friends. And then he gets the eyes and the teeth. So apparently, I wouldn't say he stayed in character, but he did like scaring the kids when they were making this. Right. Let me just subtly, which video's gone down? Oh. I lost my jaws. My dog soldiers down. Right. You just subtly do this without anyone noticing. Ah, my spider webs. I can't be bothered to do it later. No, it's just going again then. I'm pulling on it. Right, stay. It's all right. I think it's the if I can stick that in there. We'll leave that for tonight. Talking of weird video formats, I'm sure I saw someone selling a Betamax version of It once for hundreds of pounds. Oh yeah, here we go. Here's his stand-up routine, which seems hilarious. Now, while we're at a low point, here is my code for my underwear. So I got a new package today. Look at that. Pretty sick of me talking about these, but don't knock it till you've tried it. I get no money for these, but you do get a discount with that link. well packed, and I'm weak as a kitten. There we go. So, you know, underwear, camo green, but they are very nice. I will give them that. So it's a subscription, but the first pair are free. Right. Oh, hang on. Hated the remake so much. Just obnoxious noise over the top, rah rah rah, ready to test on horror. Yeah, that's why I have not seen anything like the films we were mentioning soon. Yeah, I'm trying to think of anything modern, but yeah, as a coincidence, I saw Beetlejuice 2 last night. It was all right. It does suffer from what everyone says about it, where it's there. Far too many stories on the go. I couldn't keep up. It's on it. Just went choo 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 to everyone's stories, and it just sort of had one thing where like Jenna Ortega character meets the guy, and then the guy thing happens, and then Beetlejuice has to help them. That would have made a perfect film. But there's so much going on and unnecessary that everyone gets left out in the end. I wonder how Eddie escaped from that. Did Pennywise? Oh yeah, because it does do that a lot. Pennywise just disappears. Oh, there's the teenage werewolf. And he's sick. I think, yeah, they could have. That's the thing with the main. I don't know if they're too powerful for Pennywise, but he could have killed him right there. But this is what I'm trying to work out before. What's Pennywise up to? Because he seems to scare them because they taste better. But then at the end, he never gets close to even eating any of them, because he could have had, as the werewolf, he could have eaten him. As the in the showers, he could have eaten him. But then he doesn't actually eat them, does he? He just kills them, pulls them parts off. Because I think there's a decapitation of a kid in a book. Not one of these guys, one of the other kids. But like he could just jump them. I don't know if it's because of their powers. Tim Curry is just brilliant. The Darkness in Legend, made me a big fan of his. So versatile. Shame he had such a bad stroke. Yeah, he's pretty unwell now. I did see that, unfortunately. It's the same with the actor from Psych, who was in Deadwood and stuff. He's had a stroke. But it's a damn shame. Because Tim Curry's great in Rocky Horror. This Legend. Congo is great in. Was he in Police Academy? Is he in one of the Police Academies, or am I making that up? And then, of course, Loaded Weapon. See, here's a cop. This is about the only time a cop appears. Though I did watch quite one film called The Babadook, which is quite good. Yeah, The Babadook's quite good, isn't it? But it's the kid's annoying. I did agree with people on that one. It might have just about got the tail end of the Betamax popularity. Yes, 1990 probably would have been. Because they were still making jokes in Railroad Children that there might be a second Godfather. But yes, Charlie's Betamax is so... Everyone knows Betamax is collectible now, so prices are ridiculous. I have seen Squeeze from 1987, but not for a very long time, so I can't remember much about him. Wilderness Girls. You see, he was so versatile. Late to the party, Sinjin, welcome. We are 57 minutes in, so we've got just over half an hour left of this tonight, and then part 2 tomorrow night, as it was done properly back in the day. I'm still standing. Sony made Betamax tapes until 2014. I guess there were people. No, I've got nothing on that one. He couldn't kill Eddie, as he needs to be in part 2 as a grown-up plus armor. Very true. So yeah, pretty much. I don't know. Are there any kids killed in the 50s? I don't think. Because he just seems to be spending his time scaring these lot, or killing greasers. One guy's reading a comic called Mr. District Attorney. Way to go, Banana Heels. Yeah. Oh, and there we go. There is the cigarette man from X-Files as the headmaster. If you want to feel sad. Google Tim Curry today. Really a shame. Yeah. Yeah. There's no coming back, is there? He's in Clue. Home Alone 2, of course. Guy was everywhere. I used to have a V2000 VCR. VC videotapes 2000 actually could hold 4 hours per side. So it's 8 hours on a V2000 cassette. Whoa, Andy. Someone was flush. Tim Curry was good in Tales of the Crypt. It was an episode of that, was there? Every Halloween, I always think I'll watch the complete series. And then I've started season 1 about twice in the last few years. I never get past it. I think Psych I remember was PJ and Duncan. Let us wreck the mic. Let us wreck the mic. Psych. So here we go. He's down in the boiler room where I think it was at the Cinema Snob made a joke about Elm Street. Tim Curry, yeah, he's good in Home Alone. Although I still need to work on my werewolf video. But yeah, this teenage werewolf costume is a lot better than most stuff we got in the last 20 years. I'm clearly not a doctor, but I'm always astounded when somebody has a stroke, even if you went to hospital. What do they do even to stop it? I think they can try stuff, isn't it? Because it's a clot, isn't it? So they can try to break it down so it's not doing as much damage, but they've got to be quick. I think it goes around and gets stuck, doesn't it? And then causes problems wherever it lands. And then if you don't get rid of it quick, then the problems really start. But I'm not a doctor either, so I don't know. I just watched Monster Summer. It's pretty good. Oh, what's this? Is it a good new one or an old one? Doesn't ring a bell. Beta always makes me think of Al Bundy instantly, yeah. You got a Predator, a Terminator, Dirty Harry, Judy's Huge Date. How do you get such good tapes? Only an idiot would buy Beta. Or a man who thinks a woman's orgasm is brought on by saying, "Come on, will you?" Troop Leader says, "We are not meeting our quota." Yeah, we don't get the brownies or the Girl Guides coming around selling cookies in this country. I don't know why. They probably make a mint. I thought this version was better. The remakes, yeah. Has anyone actually liked the remake anymore? Because Tim Curry's Pennywise. It's great, yes. Look at that computer. Tiny monitor, and it's all green screen. Green and black. So here you go. Flashback again to Mike. As he hasn't appeared in the olden days yet. But yeah, I don't... People were saying how dated this is, but there's people that... Who was it? I think it was the Cinema Snob that said, if you saw it as a kid, you'd probably still enjoy it now. But if you saw it now, fresh, you probably wouldn't like it. Because it's very dated. Hey, Turn the Blue Iris is here. Good evening. I used to have a V2000 video of a video Nazi called Campbell Terror. And had no means of playing it. Yeah, I got about 30 recorded Betamax, and I can't find out what's on them. Controversial opinion, PJ and Duncan's best song is Our Radio Rocks. Tim Curry was in Oscar, yes. Careful, sir, you have a dangling part. Yeah, he's the English teacher, isn't he? I do have Beta movies. No, nothing special. I think Annie. I got Raw, as in ROAR, not the Eddie Murphy one. Madonna's concert or music videos. I think it is. Right, I missed what the cinema was playing then. Yeah, I got a few betas. I got picked up free, which was nice, but there's nothing fancy special about them. I've never read Stephen King's original novel because it's 1,000 pages long. Exactly. I think even the audiobook's like 10 days. It's exactly the same reason. I haven't read it for this. Oh, is it Raw with Tippi Hedren? It could be. I can't remember. I have to check it out. I did do a Betamax video once back in the day. PJ, yeah, PJ and Duncan had more than one song. I'm so uncultured. Exactly. It's news to me. I thought they were Mr. Blobby one and done. Right, here we go. So, look at these kids. All I can think of is they're going to get tetanus off that old rusty crane. But it's whenever you see these 80s films, they'll say, oh, these kids are always just watching TV or playing video games. You think things are going to things don't really change, do they? Because my mum always said, go outside and play. I spend too much time watching television. About the Lions, I think so. I need to check, actually. I know someone that read Stephen King it in 3 days. Back, speed reader. Hello, Mike. Raw was on YouTube last I looked. If anyone fancies watching it, it's demented. Yes, because it's Tippy Hedren, isn't it? Manly Griffith as well as a kid living with these lions. Could be a crazy guy dressed up in a clown suit. Right, before I ruin all my information for tomorrow, extremely long but worthwhile horror yarn, apparently. It's a top rated one. So, It's All Right was done by the Impressions. And the only other song is The Way You Do the Things You Do by the Temptations. Not much of a soundtrack. Who did the music for this? It's got quite a spooky sound to it when it comes in. Yeah, here we go. Mike's turning up. This woke film. 2 episodes. Let's see. I don't think there's any stunt people or anything that I recognize. So music was Richard Bellis, who did. Oh, he's still with us. It, Deep Space Nine, 1 episode. Texas Godfather, Double Crossed. Nothing I recognize. No. 7 stunt people. Ken Kersinger, of course, he was he Jason in Freddy vs. Jason? He's the cafe owner in Jason Takes Manhattan that gets thrown across the counter. What's he up to these days? What else has he done? Oh, I pressed a button on the keyboard. Hopefully I'm still alive. Rise of the Planet Apes, he did stunts on that. Paycheck with The Watchmen, Watchmen and The Incredible Hulk. Cabin in the Woods. Oh, he hasn't done stunts since Cabin in the Woods. And Cats and Dogs 2, The Revenge of Kitty Galore. How far back are we going? Might be worth talking to him. He's done loads. Stay tuned. Shoot to Kill with Tom Berenger and Sidney Poitier. Superman 3. I'll have to get in touch with him. And Mike Mitchell. Don't recognize anyone else. Oh, Jim Dunn was the werewolf. But yeah, this is where the throwing stuff comes back. Oh shit, I'm very behind. I have not seen the Birds to, what's it? Birds to Land's End? 330 pages a day dedication. Mental Business is basically getting a scalped on by Langus in the film. Yeah, that's it. I don't think I've ever seen it, but I just know its reputation. Didn't Jandabont need 200 stitches working raw after line clawed his head? Was he cinematographer on that? Was he? Because he directed Speed, The Haunting, Speed 2, was cinematographer on Die Hard, and loads of other stuff. That's it, Michael. Hey, Jim. Time to float. They all float. Because that might be a reference to the spiderweb thing he's got at the end where people are dangling. Is that? Oh, we'll get to that tomorrow. There we go. So here's Pennywise history. And then, yeah, this is creepy, this bit where the book comes to life, because I think it was a projection in the remake. Have you ever noticed the boxes to older rental videotapes? The tape inside would have to be arrows, yes, to show where to put the tape, depending if you had VHS, Betamax, or Video 2000. Clever box design. Have I got? No, I don't think I got any handy. Oh, maybe. Maybe my old missing in action. So yeah, there you go. V2000's up, VHS is up, Beta is down. Can't show you that, but I just have to take my word from it. But yeah, I guess that's a good idea. It's one box, and then of course the cover, and does say VHS on the side. Right. I was trying to pay attention to this. Where is he? Because yeah, the pictures are moving, and people are still watching and think, oh, he is. He's now. I wonder if that is Tim Curry doing cartwheels down the road, because he points, goes, and then I don't know if it cuts to him climbing. Because climbing the ladder. Hang on. Stupid TV. There he is. If he comes out of your screen, let me know. I think Tippy Hedren had a leg twisted and broken by an elephant. You're all float. I'm trying to see how that hand works. Poor Tippy. Yeah, I love Tippy Hedren, bless her. Yes, Friday 8, technically Jason versus Jason. My favourite Tippy Hedren story is apparently Kane Hodder told her how much the bird scared him as a kid, and she said good. Yeah, if you can scare a big lad like Hodder. Clark from The Thing was in Shoot to Kill. Amber. That's it. Berenger, yeah. What's it called? Weird sound coming. But yes, Clark from The Thing was in this and Shoot to Kill, wasn't he? I think he was in... There had a few people in Shoot to Kill that you think they could be the killer. Henry Bowers has added more members to his gang, but you never see those other two after the scene. I did think he did a piss poor gang to scare a whole school. Tippy Hedren was involved in the establishment of nail salons in the West as a way to help Vietnamese refugees earn a living. Okay, thank you. Birds 2, John O'Groats. Doesn't have the same ring, does it? Was it Birdemic? Is there 3 Birdemic films? And Clark from The Thing was in Encino Man, or California Man, as it's known in the UK. Yeah, that circus music is creepy. Something better than the Lost Boys merry-go-round music. Yes, the good old days of VHS and Betamax. Because who was it? Andy the Electric Geek had the artist on who does the 88 films. He did the new Hitcher artwork. I think it was 88 films. What was the other one? I can never remember. But yeah. And he was on about how... I asked the question about how the 80s had such cool posters, and even the shittest films had a massively great poster like Forbidden World and Inseminoid, and all those had great posters. And on why the 90s sucked, he said that's when Photoshop came in, and people with a modicum of computer use could make their own posters and didn't need someone to draw anything or create something. They just cut and pasted some pictures. There was a Texas Chainsaw early video release, which was on VHS in a Super 8 box. I'm guessing that they didn't sell many of the Super 8s and had loaded the boxes left over. Yeah, because you can still buy, was it Super 8s on eBay? It's like, but it's only like 20 minutes of the film or something, isn't it? You don't get a whole film. Oh, here we go. This is it. These muddy footprints come in and a balloon popping. Who'd think a balloon popping could be so scary? Do you think there will be a movie made that's with a better title than Piranha 2 Flying Killers? Okay. Oh, we're nearly at the end, dear. Only 20 minutes left. They're watching Perfect Strangers. Piranha 2 Flying Killers. That's a pretty good one, isn't it? Horror films always have the best titles. Unless it's a breakdancing film. Nothing more special than running down to the video store to choose your next film. Yes. Well, I had to drive to mine. It was about 15-20 minutes drive. But that's how they get you, isn't it? You go there, you pick up a film, you take it home, and you come back the next night. Are you going to go empty-handed, or are you going to pick up a film and then you have to bring it back the next night, or 2 nights if it was an older film? That's this that's making a noise. It's rattling. If I put it on its side. Deadly Pursuit was in the... that's it. Deadly Pursuit. Thank you, Mike Mars. I still have the ITV broadcast, one of those bad Mother Crusher edits. I used to love that film. But I still love that film. It's a great thriller. Kirstie Alley eating a raw fish caught from the river. What's your favourite old tape brand? Ooh, I do like the old VTC gold puffy boxes. I don't know, because I like the old CBS silver labels that goes all the way around. But then, no, I'm not going to bring it over. The old big Warner boxes, the real puffy ones. I'm trying to think, but yeah. And then I got. I don't have any of the mini boxes or smaller boxes. I don't think. Hang on. No. Virus. No, I don't. Well, yeah, the Warner ones are iconic because the labels. Oh, so he's going to have a bath. Hollywood Chainsaw Hawkers. Shit film, though. That's. You got Linnea Quigley and. What's it? Damn, I can't remember the name. Is it Bauer? Naked? But yes, it's one of those. Is Hollywood Hookers, it was called in the UK because you couldn't have the word chainsaw. I love the poster of The Video Dead. Yes, The Video Dead is one of the most iconic posters of the shittest films shot on VHS. But the poster is amazing. Do you think there should be a Wayne's World 3? I don't know. Belated sequels are so bad, usually. Anchorman 2 and Zoolander. And Dumb and Dumber 2. I think of a good comedy one, but it's, I guess it's over 30 years since, Wayne's World 2, isn't it? That was a good one. Video Dead, yes. I am the eater of worlds and of children. Exactly. What is he an alien? Is he an evil spirit? What is he? He's got the deadlights that turn people into zombies. And look at this woke film where the girl's really good at the catapult and the boys aren't. Still can't get over there as a YouTuber with 400 copies of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and he has a wife. How did he manage that? I think I've only got the one copy. Where is it? Yeah. Widescreen, though. This is the re-release after 2000, probably. Someone paid 10p for this. Includes the trailer and the sequel trailer, because the sequel was banned in the UK because of the reason Chainsaw. VTC had loads of great titles. Loads of Chuck Norris and Ninja movies. Yes. Excellent. Was Piranha 2's original subtitle The Spawning? That's it, yes. I know it as The Spawning and Flying Killers. I don't remember where I saw it. But I don't know which one's the original and which one's the other title. Right, where are we? They're going to battle and kill it for the first time. So what have they got? They got torches, slicks. I think they changed it to Spawning, isn't it? Not as good. View to Kill. Yeah, so that's all the one I got up there. Covered in spiderwebs. Because I got Octopussy, View to Kill, Never Say Never Again. I think they were in the puffy Warner boxes. Maybe not. The gold VTC boxes with the transparent inlays were nice and strong, probably more so than the cracky Warner ones. Yes, the Warner ones do not last, or technically they weren't built to last, were they? They were rentals of a film that they thought would have 2 years lifetime. Stephen Bauer. No, I don't think it was Stephen. Never saw The Video Dead, heard it's cack. It's definitely cack. It's worth watching just to see how bad it is. Ah, yes, CBS Fox. I have Night of the Comet in one of those boxes. Nice. What do I got? Cocoon 1 and 2. Because I got some big boxes and some little boxes. But yeah, I always like the silvers. I always remember those in the video shop. Oh, there you go. So the where are they going? Down in the sewers, stupid. And then where's Belch gone? Oh, that is Belch. So yeah, Henry Bowers is going to kill them. Ah, there you go. So in the US it was The Spawning, but internationally it was called Flying Killers. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2 is a great title for it, and I think how can there be 2 Texas Chainsaw Massacres? That's just sloppy police work. Exactly. If it keeps happening, it's the police's fault, not the people with the chainsaws. TCN 4, I think, was the first one that actually got released in the UK after first 3 all had troubles. Yes, Leatherface was it. That was cut by the MPAA before it even got to us, didn't it? And then it was never allowed. I remember the VHS trailer with the Excalibur chainsaw. But yes, I think it was The Next Generation was the only one I saw on VHS. Exactly. Is Pennywise from another planet, as we never know where he comes from? Yes. Has anyone read the book? Or is he even mentioned there? Because they don't say if he's a demon or if he's from space. It seems to suggest he's from space. Because I think there's a turtle or something in the book that's on the good guy's side. But he's not in any of the films. BCC also had the first double feature I saw, Alien Terror and Nightmare City. Nice. I have not seen Panic in the Year Zero. What's that about? I just remember going to the video shop and seeing Texas Chainsaw Massacre 4 for the very first time and nearly falling through the floor. I didn't even know that was a thing. Exactly. What is it? Is that the last sequel before the remake? I think so. One of the bullies that gets killed by Pennywise is Patrick, but some people think it's Victor. There you go. He is killed by light, but yeah, and then he is folded over and pulled through into this. But it doesn't actually show what happens to him either. And why would Pennywise leave his pom-poms around? Oh, remember that VTC double? I think Nightmare City was severely trimmed so they could squeeze it on. That makes sense. So many horror films were edited until 2000. I've got Day of the Dead there. I don't know if that's edited. I'm actually going to the sewers and watching on Smell-O-Vision. Apparently, yeah, the ending for this with the adults are down the sewers was not fun for the adult actors. The IT documentary is worth a watch if you get time before part 2 tomorrow. It really explains the weaker aspects of part 2. The director is very open about it, yes. So what did we say? Friday Night 2, Halloween 3, he's done. Tommy Lee Wallace. Seems to be a pretty cool guy. If I get hold of him. He's a ghost in the fog. He's the art director of Assault Precinct 13. He directed the sequel to John Carpenter's Vampires. We did an episode of Flipper, but I don't know if it's the dolphin thing. An episode of Baywatch. Aloha Summer. So yeah, Halloween 3 was his first directorial thing. He's done 12 Days of Terror TV movie. He wrote Amityville 2. And he's an actor in... Of course, he's part of the Coupe de Villes, who sang the Big Trouble in Little China theme. It's Big Trouble in Little China. And apparently he played Michael Myers in Halloween 1978. Uncredited, so he's probably just one of the scenes. What's he up to now? Something upcoming, but you can never trust it. Helliversity. Oh, it's completed. Excellent. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 is officially banned by them in the 1990s. They didn't know how the girl. They didn't like how the girl participates in the killings. Bloody hell. Right, where are we? Ooh, 10 minutes until the part 1 finishes. We'll see what happens on the VHS. I think it's just going to carry on. I think it was missing an eye gouging, exploding heads at the end of the fun. Typical. Unfortunately, Texas Chainsaw 4 is bloody awful. Pun definitely intended, I'm going to say that. Pennywise is a shape-shifting entity. Yep. This is as much information as you get. Nightmare City is Orion, its full version. I can't remember if I've seen it. Sounds familiar. I think Planet CHH summed up TC4. Bloody hell, it's all tech speak, like dealing with fucking teenagers, yeah? Perfectly. It's good because it's so insane, exactly. I think, was it Neon Killers or Neon Demons or whatever it's called? There's an unfinished film that suffers from that. Entities. There he goes. He floats away and gets folded over. Does King have a thing for sewers? Shank, Maximum Overdrive. Yes. Lovely places. So, yeah, Smell-O-Vision, something John Waters would do. I think I've got a DVD. I think it's one of the Shark Girl and Lava Boy films I've got with a Smell-O-Vision card. I think it's worn out. In the book, it isn't in telling. He came to Earth many years ago and hides, kind of waking up every 30 years to eat kids and then go back to sleep. So yeah, makes perfect sense even then. Oh, the light's coming back. So yeah. What's it called? Deadlights, isn't it? And then he comes back. They could have run away. The other guy does run away, but Bowers doesn't. Does he know? So he turns Bowers' hair white. Does he know he'll need them again? Or Nightmare City has loads of zombies attack a lady's keep fit glass. Guess what I'm going to try and find tonight? Why did Pennywise kill Belt as he's a horrible, evil bully, and Pennywise is an evil being? He could have teamed up with Henry, yes, and going to lure the kids back. Because he doesn't kill Henry, but he just makes him catatonic. Turn the blue. Imagine that for real. Yeah, Smell-O-Vision. Ooh, with dog poops. And now I have that music in my head. Panic in the Year Zero came out in 1962 with Ray Milland. Might be able to find that one then. Don't you want to balloon, eh, Sean? Does it float? There you go. So you get this. It's not a spider that flies over them, is it? It's just the lights in the body. The scene where Stanley runs from the deadlights, which is Pennywise. The theme sounded like the theme of Jaws. Damn, I missed it. Don't want to go back. I might check it out later. But you've got some fog coming in now. Oh, it's near the end, so be wrapping up soon. I don't ever found clowns funny or scary. Exactly. It's these poor kids that get them for their fucking birthday parties. And the poor clown men, and then they're trying to do their best, and the kids want He-Man. So yeah, hold hands, don't let go, feel the power. It's the deadlights that make Henry's hair turn white. Everyone else does turn catatonic. I think, well, maybe the best part 2 is the Chinese restaurant. Oh, don't fall for it, Bill. It's not Roddy. Don't break the circle. Bevy. Yeah. There's the dad. So yeah, quick cut. Dad jumps into space. So pleasant films, not in the UK, where they're full of fatbergs. Yes, indeed. But you think every time they show them in a film, you can walk in them fine, and there's no poops. There ain't nothing there. The only time I found clowns particularly scary was that period where people were dressing up as them trying to scare people on lonely roads a couple of years ago. Yes, that was coinciding with the remakes released, wasn't it, around that time? But let me pick these up before I trip over them. My 3D glasses. No, it doesn't work. It's a con, just to sell money. Yeah, watch out for the clown. There he is. Be afraid. Bev, the stones. You taste so much better when you're afraid. So kill it. Oh, she dropped it. So yeah, there's fat shaming in this. I am eternal child. I am the eater of worlds and of children. I don't know. Do children get more scared? That's why he eats them. Have clowns ever been funny? This is battery acid use slime. Is it just because he believes it, or some good makeup effects? Yeah, sticky fingers. Henry goes loopy, but it pretty much dispatched most of his gang. It only needed them to do a pins. Oh, hello, space cakes of the losers and force them into the sewers. Here we go. She does a backflip and then does this weird shrinking into the hole. That effect doesn't hold him. Yeah, and they grab his hand. Then the claws come out, that the spider hand. That would freak you out. Keir Starmer's funny. He's a clown. There you go. Bit of politics. Uncle Buck punches one that turns up drunk in his mouse car. Yes. The scene when the losers club round. Yeah, the spider witch. Some say it was a since it turns from claw then to spider 3-fingered thing. And then so yes, we are a few minutes from the end here. Let's see what happens. And then we'll return tomorrow night for part 2. But I guess, yeah, 90 minutes, they've killed the clown. Everyone's happy. Yeah, it's Heart of Atlantis. That's Anthony Hopkins. I've seen it once. I don't know why I haven't seen it more times. I got it on VHS. Do need to watch that again. The claw looks like Grinch's hand, indeed. Yeah, so that he's got the long fingers, doesn't he? All the long furry bits. I'd rather fight Pennywise than Uncle Buck. Yes. I like Hearts and Lances. Anthony Hopkins is good, isn't it? Yeah, it's one of those that didn't do well. Like was it Clara Claiborne, Dolores Claiborne? Because it's not really a horror film, is it? It's just a drama. The magic turtle thing is helping. There you go, space cakes. The more they believe, the more powerful they are, and vice versa. There you go. Someone's read the book. Thank you, space cakes. There you go. So he's first to go. Hearts had bullies in it yet again. There you go. I know clown's funny, only creepy when I was a kid. Yeah, I never wanted to see a clown show. Right, here we go. Let's see how this ends. I heard in the book when they make promises, they cut their hands, but in this one, they don't cut their hands. That makes more sense. It's the sort of thing they would do back in the day. Blood oaths. Do you know what a blood oath is? There we go. Stanley. I'll have to check that out, Michael. Golden Years is a Stephen King film that nobody mentions. I don't remember Golden Years. Is that a new one? Pennywise wouldn't make a make a massive pancake with a snow shovel. That is true. Now, see, I always thought the video cover, or is it the book? Yeah, was the hand in the bath and then it on the wall in blood. Best, King movies, probably Shawshank, I guess, but yeah, it's not the one you can watch the most, is it? So here we go, the ending. Buried Alive with Tim Matheson. No, I don't know that one. Yes, John Wayne Gacy. That's the one I was trying to think of earlier, but I couldn't. It's more scary. Yes, he was. He was never a funny clown. All right, here we go. Let's stop this just before. If only one's say from Shawshank, El Maximum Overdrive couldn't, in good conscience, do anything but to save Maximum Overdrive. There we go. Right. That is where part 1 has ended. And we will continue this tomorrow. So at 9 p.m. BST. Oh, I need to click leave studio then. Remove that one. Right. So we'll come back to that tomorrow. I'll just finish these. Chat. Clown House is a Trouble Clown movie. Won't dredge up reasons why. Oh, yes. Yes. That's a link to Jeepers Creepers, isn't it? Is it? The one I'm thinking of? The book cover. Has the drain with the eyes peering out. Yes. That's all black, isn't it? With just yellow eyes or something. I seem to remember that one. My favorite King movie is Children of the Corn. I think it's really creepy and underrated. I do like Children of the Corn. That's a nice, less than 90-minute film. But how many is it? 3 times they remade it, and it's got about 6. The original's got 6 sequels. That's where the Blu-ray cuts and ends credits with part 1 and part 2 opening credits. Good, I got it in the right place. I used to find the McDonald's clown scary. I don't think I've seen, because I rarely went to McDonald's as a kid because there was none near me. But I don't remember seeing a McDonald's, Ronald McDonald in a McDonald's. Would you rather watch Overdrive than Shawshank? Yeah, I would too, because Shawshank, as great a film it is, it's a long film and it's long to get to, where Overdrive is just crazy. Thanks, everyone. Good night. Yes, thanks, Savoy. Good night. Maybe see you tomorrow. Sinjin, catch you tomorrow. Have a good night. Okay, I'll catch you tomorrow. Have you seen the Stephen King movie Trucks? Yes, I've seen Trucks, because that's another one of it. Just like The Shining, a TV movie remake. I don't think it was terrible. I think it's just low budget. And of course, it wasn't made on cocaine. I've seen Buried Alive. I think it's, what's his name, who did Shawshank? Is that the, oh, damn, don't have it here. The guy that did, was it Elm Street 3? Which I do have here. Oh, the text is so small. That's Chuck Russell. That's not into him. Never mind. Buried Alive, they made part 2 in 1997. Oh, okay. Trucks ain't no Maximum Overdrive, exactly. Doesn't have Lisa Simpson in it, does it? And none of it, because we are doing Maximum Overdrive later this month, aren't we? Me and Mika, Dr. October, in... So, yeah, Salem's Lot next weekend. Maximum Overdrive, 2 weeks. Has Ali Sheedy in it? Oh, dear. Thanks for another entertaining show. Oh, good night. Thank you, Andy. Thanks for being here. Very kind of you. See you for the next one. Yes, good night, everyone. There's going to be a little outro video. We'll try that out. Buried has Tim Matheson, Jennifer Jason Lee. Does Jennifer Lee get naked in it? That's the question. I like Buried Alive a lot. There we go. Right. I'll bid you good night, and I'll see you tomorrow. And have a good night, everyone. Indeed. Let's see if this outro works.
Although produced for television, it is based on subject material that may be unsuitable for and unsettling to younger and impressionable viewers. Parental guidance and viewer discretion is recommended.
Stay tuned for scenes from the conclusion of Stephen King's It. Tuesday night.
It's 30 years later, and right on schedule. The killings start up again. 6 so far, maybe more.
It's back, and it's mad.
Take your pick, Billy boy.
Something bad's going to happen to one of us.
Get out of Derry while you still can.
I'm going back in. This time I'm going to kill it. Something's coming.
The thrilling conclusion of Stephen King's It, Tuesday night.